Live from the Carl Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, this is Iowa Live.
Welcome back to the program, everybody. You know, one of the things...
Wait, we have breaking news. There's traffic somewhere. The sun's out. I feel like I should be doing news. This is awesome, man. We got the desk, and I got the thing, and it's like, hi, I'm John Smith, and you're... Okay, anyway.
No, he's not. He's Paul Mecurio.
Hey,
You've
everybody.
seen him on TV, folks, on the late night shows, and yes, he is here. He's in town tonight and tomorrow night at the Funny Bone. You need to go out and check this guy out.
Great to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, too, my friend.
Yeah.
It's been way, way too long.
Yeah, COVID was before COVID. I was here, and then that all hit and whatever, and now it's kind of things. And I live in New York City, and
exactly. You have to because of your job.
So everybody said, yeah, work on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and just did another appearance on that and all that good stuff. But people asking me a lot, like, well, is New York back, especially around the Christmas holidays? Are people back? Yes, they're back. Go away, you're annoying. And then
You're begging for him to come in.
Oh, please, just when you're on a sidewalk in New York, it's a sidewalk, not a side stand, okay? It's not like...
But you have people on their phones,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
No, come, we love tourists. But the people say, well, is New York back? This is when I knew New York was back to normal.
Okay.
Because it all shut down. Two cab drivers get in a fight. They stop over a parking spot. It happens a lot. They get out of the car, they're arguing. Then they have their masks on, and they put their dukes up, and they start fist fighting. Randy, focus, will you? Don't these guys. Do they both have to have beards? Is it
It's a rule.
Did you call and say, hey, Zach, I'm going to wear a beard. I'm going to wear a beard. So the two cabbies are fighting, and then they stay really close, and they start, right? And one of them, you could realize in their mind, oh, I'm supposed to social distance 6 feet. So he backs up, but he keeps trying to fight, and then he goes like, and then he goes like this. And then it was like 2 3-year-olds like, So it's back. It's back to normal, and
so now they rip the mask off and then they go
after it, right? Yeah, and so it's all good. And then since I've seen you last, my mother turned 95.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
How is she?
She will not go down. We try everything. Sour milk, bad cheese. You trip her, she bounces back up like a little Italian weeble. It's unbelievable. No, she's very healthy, but we had to close her furniture store. Very progressive woman. Started the store
really
in 1960. Okay, high school educated. 63 years had the store, but it was time. So, she just needed to get. So she's not happy. She's mad. She wants to open the store somewhere else at 95, right? And she goes, and I go, Mom, you shouldn't just relax. Just go have fun now. We'll go to the senior center and we'll do things. She goes, I don't want to go there. Those people are old. I'm like, you're old. You're 95. What do you think? You're going to go skydiving with Taylor Swift? You're old.
And she probably went, oh, wait, can I?
Can I? Where's my parachute? And anybody watching at home knows you have people like this in your life. And look, I love her, but she is just, you can't, like, you had a segment on the hearing impaired earlier, right? My mother has bad hearing, but she's cheap. She's going into depression. She won't buy anything.
Right. Okay.
So she found her hearing aid in the garbage.
No.
Yes, she found her hearing aid in the garbage, and it whistles all the time. It's just a constant. Yeah, you laugh. It's like talking to a tea kettle in a house dress, okay? Yeah. And she's just, it's like, and so now she won't throw anything out. Mm-hmm. So now we all have
Sounds
parents.
like my dad.
Yeah, they don't want to throw anything out.
No, yeah.
So now my brother and I are going through 63 years of this business trying to throw papers out, right?
Oh, no, don't do that.
So I know anybody watching had this experience. You throw it out, and then I move on to the next thing. And I look back, and the papers that were just thrown out are back on the counter. I'm like, oh, I must have, whatever, right? I thought I threw them out, but I didn't. I throw them out again. I turn back. She's taking stuff out of the garbage right? Okay.
That's my dad.
Right. So now here's a tip for you and anybody watching. Okay, tip of the day. If you want to throw stuff out for your parents or anybody who's older, this is how you have to do it like Robert De Niro in The Godfather 2, where he shoots the guy in the stairwell, and then he goes up he plays the young Don, he goes up on the roof of the apartment building, and he breaks the gun up, and he throws it into different pipes, the pieces, so they can't trace it. That's how you have to throw stuff out. You have to rip pieces of paper up, and then you have to run around the neighborhood and say, please throw this out for me. A crazy Italian woman's going to come. Do not tell her I was here, okay? Thanks.
But she's doing well, though.
She's doing great.
That's
and
great.
She's got, she doesn't want to clean up her house because her house is a mess because she was always working on the store, store. And like, Ma, you got to clean the house up. She doesn't want to clean the house up. So the house is a mess. This is how bad the house is because it's always been about the store. So the house was secondary. Now, you hear we're Italian and you think plastic on the furniture.
Yeah.
That's what people think, which is a very, ethnic thing. And for those don't know, it's that one room in the house because it's really expensive furniture. You only go in at like Christmas and Easter. You put plastic on the furniture.
Yep.
And in that room, there's a picture of the Pope, Jesus, and Frank Sinatra.
Of course.
And the Frank Sinatra picture is 3 times the size of the Pope and the Jesus picture. Okay, but even though we're Italian, our house was really messy because the store was the focus. This is how bad the house was, okay? It is. It just happened like 2 weeks ago. Someone broke into my mother's house and they took the stereo. They were in and they were out. The first thing they saw, they took, okay? Did not touch another thing in the house. Important you remember that. Cop comes over to take a police report, stands in the middle of the living room, and he surveys the living room and he goes, oh my God, this animal really ransacked the place. He thought the guy ransacked the house.
That's normal.
It's normal. Yeah, he was crazy. I played along. He left salami out all day. He threw a bra on the lampshade. He was crazy.
Paul is at the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow night. Something else that you said your mom is doing well. Something else is doing well. If you look at the big screen here, Inside Out with Paul Mecurio, your podcast is amazing.
Yeah.
If we look at that. There it is.
Look over here. Look.
Okay,
look. Come follow me. Look.
He's gonna.
Paul McCartney, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Spike Lee. Paul McCartney won't leave me alone. He keeps calling me. Where are you? Can we hang out? I'm like, listen, I'm busy. I don't have time for the Beatles stuff. It's yeah. So you can check out my podcast.
Yeah, there it is. There's you and Paul.
There you
out.
go.
Yeah, that's the picture of that. But the podcast is going really well.
Yeah, I mean it's insane. I've been getting some really great guests. We had Kevin Costner on. We had Kira Sedgwick.
But all your social media platforms are just Paul Mecurio, right?
Yeah, at Paul Mecurio,
okay.
1 R in my last name, Mecurio, 1 R in my last name, and I'm on all the platforms, and the podcast you can get anywhere. But yeah, so it's one-on-one interviews, long form, and so anybody you like, I probably have him.
Yeah, this guy, he has written for the Tonight Show, for the Daily Show, Late Show, Emmy Award winner, Peabody Award winner.
And by the way, one other thing, Christmas tip: don't put raisins in anything.
I'm glad you said that.
Don't put raisins in the apple pie like my mother does. Okay.
Okay. No, don't.
Right.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Right.
But speaking of Christmas, I heard you had a Christmas list and you wanted some mint floss for your Christmas list. So there you go. Bring Paul some Christmas gifts at the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow night. Paul, give me a hug, my friend. There you go.
Awesome. Look at that.
Have a happy holiday, everybody. We'll see you later.
See you guys.